Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to take a look at how we could add value to our undergraduates in the country and also as some fresh graduates, or let me say fresh professionals in the financial system, as well as other non finance people that are working as in their early days or in their early years, how we can add value to them. So accordingly, we are going to take a look at what we call the financial system. The financial system, from a definition perspective, can be looked at as the system that is central to the functioning of the entire economy as a whole. If we talk about infrastructure, for instance, the financial system is very much relevant. If we talk even about Internet of Things, where everybody now uses the internet, the financial system, plays a major role in this regard. So it is a system that allows you to settle local trades and transactions. It is a system that also allows you to settle international trades and transactions. So you sit in your houses, in your rooms, in your apartment, and you do some transactions. But how do you settle them? Sometimes you go to the bank to do transactions. How do you settle them? You settle them via what is called the financial system, and this system is a platform that allows the raising and allocation of finance. We will talk much about raising finance and also allocating finance much later in the upcoming series. It is an avenue actually for managing risks that are associated with financing, also that are associated with assets, as well as the exchange of goods and services. So from a functional perspective, those are, broadly speaking, the definition of the financial system. Now, if you ask me what are the elements or the key components of the financial system, I will say to you that there are three key elements of the financial system. The first of them, as we have it on the board, is the financial market. Number one is the financial market. Number two, if we talk the financial system, what you are talking about another key element, which is called the financial intermediaries. And the third key element of the financial system is what we call the financial instruments. So between those three key elements, you find a broader definition or a broader sort of explanation around the financial system. So we've talked about three key components of the financial system. Number one is the financial market. Number two is the financial intermediaries. Number three is the financial instruments. What do we call the financial markets? Where are they located? Where do they function? How do they function? What do they do? What do individuals do in that market? Are there individuals in the market at all? Is there a role that technology plays in that market? Or are there, sort of, risks that are associated with individuals and non-individuals playing in that, in those financial markets? We will take a look at all this in our next lectures. But bear in mind, the financial system is central to the functioning of the entire economy. Number two, the financial system is a platform that facilitates or allows people to do transaction either locally or internationally. And in terms of the components, there are three major components of the financial system. Number one is the financial market. Number two is the financial intermediaries. Number three is the financial instrument. We will talk much about all this in our upcoming lectures. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. Stay tuned.